Disclaimer.
Hi guys, this is Grim from Grim and ZORPOX Reviews, and today we're going to take a look at the Master Grade Barbatos from IBO, or better known as Iron-Blooded Orphans.
That's Mika!
Old man, I'm going in.
Huh? What'd you say?
I'm gonna hand the controls back to you now.
Wait a minute! I don't know how to pilot this thing!
Mikazuki!
Okay, so for all the guys who don't know, this here is a model kit made by Bandai, and usually Bandai makes a lot of good model kits. Just not only Gundam. If you want, you could always go to the website and check it out and see what they got. Okay, so here's the front of the box. This here is the picture of the Barbatos on it. It looks like it's destroying a Graze unit. Again, menacing looking. Okay, he's holding the mace, stuff like that. Definitely one of my favorite designs of the IBO series, if anybody has seen it. On the other side, we have other picture of the Barbatos holding its weapon. Here, the main weapon, which is the mace, which is actually his melee weapon. Here we also have a picture of the other two weapons. We have the sword, and we also have the 300mm smoothbore rifle, or gun in this case. You see some other gimmicks here, like for instance, you get like more of an E-bend with this flap here, it moves down. Also here we have, it's fully armored up with all three weapons attached to the mobile suit. Here we also have a very unique feature with this kit, is a hidden arm in the backpack, which is one of the coolest things about the Barbatos. Here we have him holding his rifle, and again here we have a picture of the Barbatos, just here, I guess bare bones, as unpainted. Well, it's unpainted, and here's all its warning stickers and stuff like that, so you guys could pause it and take a quick look and see exactly what's up. Okay, so this here's the Barbatos all put together, and this one's painted, so this is not how it's gonna look when you actually build the kit straight out of the box. This has been painted, and I gotta say it looks pretty good regardless of whether or not you paint it or not. It is a pretty looking kit. It's very in proportion. The Barbatos is very solid. Like literally, it's like really solid. Like this guy looks like he could take a fall and hopefully like patch and really like pop out and stuff like that. Okay, so let's take a deeper dive into some of the stuff that he could do. Okay, so let's take a quick look at some of the aesthetics. Okay, here we have the head, which is pretty decent tail. It's a decent design. He has those really cool eyes. These eyes here are not stickers, these are actual like molded pieces that are clear for the eyes. So you get that, green Gundam glow effect. Here we have the V-fin, it's pretty good. Nice and solid and sharp, not like the non-grade 1/100 version. This here is also like this clear plastic, which also illuminates. It's pink, it looks like a power symbol. It's just nice on the shoulders. Compared to the other one where it was either a sticker or you had to paint it. Hands are interchangeable. I'll show you some of the accessories for the hands. or should I say the accessories for the hands, but the other hand attachments that you have for the options you have for the hands. You've got this really cool piston-like bend for ab crunch, which is pretty cool. Feet are nice as well. Gotta say the inner frame for this is pretty cool. I can't show you guys the inner frame because, like I said, it's a lot of parts to take off. But believe me, I'll probably put up a picture of my inner frame in somewhere around here for you guys to see. Alright, so what I mean, aesthetic wise, it's pretty, what I mean, look wise, I shouldn't say aesthetic wise. Look wise, it's pretty good. It's compared to the original one. Not to say the original one isn't a bad kit. Like for instance, I'll do probably a comparison in a bit to show you guys. But other than that, like I said, one, solid. Okay, so let's get into some articulation, starting with the head. Okay, so the head could look down this much here. It could look up this much. And side to side, you can make a there. This is the furthest it could get in. To the left, to the right. This is the right here. Okay, going with the arms, shoulders go up to about, well, these shoulder elements can move out of the way this much. Alright, the arms could go up to this much here. And then if we're coming down to bicep. This is how much it could bend up to. Here you have that moving piston here. You have the wrist could move 360 that way around. Here we have the waist unit, could look down this much, could go up this much. It could go around. Well, again, like I said, my joints are a little painted, so it's a little stiff. But basically, you could get decent amount of turn on the figure itself from the waist. Here we have the legs. Well, the sides could move out of the way. So it goes up pretty much this much in front. So this is a front kick here. It's not impressive, but it makes up for the amount of bend it has when it's in this pose here. So here we have, this is how much the knee can bend, but because this suit has this little gimmick with this flap here, this flap can move out of the way, and then we get a lot more bend, so that's actually pretty cool. And not only that, it gives off this decent thruster effect, or decent flap effect when you're doing poses, so that's kind of really cool. Alright, coming down to the feet, here we have, the feet has a ball joint, so this here can move left to right on a swivel for the ankle joint. Okay, so this is the toe bend. This is up. It has a really extreme toe bend down. We also have this foot guard here. It moves, it can move out of the way, stuff like that. These here are the feet, and that's pretty much it when it comes to articulation. Okay, so let's get into some gimmicks. Okay, so the suit here also has a cockpit that opens out, and you could actually see a very small Mikazuki August in the cockpit. This also has a gimmick whereby the chest could actually slide forward, but again, I painted mine and I kind of lost that feature, which kind of sucks. But what I mean, it just pulls forward a little bit, and you could actually see a piece of the pilot inside it, because originally if you ever seen Iron-Blooded Orphans, the actual cockpit for the Barbatos is actually in this region here, which this PCS slides forward and a hatch pops open to expose the figure. But I guess in their design to produce this, it was easier to actually just put the cockpit in this region here, which is usually where most Gundam cockpits are. So okay, so let's take a look at the backpack. Backpack is actually one of the coolest features about this here, is because they have these little sub-arms that's actually inside. So if we take a look at it, this here actually swings out and also comes out like this here. Whereby if you ever seen it in the show, usually what happens is that usually it would grab a weapon from here, or sometimes a mobile suit, or even like the other little gimmicks, and it would literally attach onto here. Well, its rifle will attach onto here and it would something. But usually it's pretty good. It's not the best, but you gotta give them like literally an A+ for actually achieving this, because in the non-grade, this here was actually not even possible. You have to literally put this onto the... You literally have to put on the sub-arm onto the kit, which was kind of like a nag. So literally it's like more pieces to lose. But with this, it's actually in the backpack and it's secured, like really, really secured. So it's pretty good feature that I really like. Okay, so this thruster piece here, like I said, moves. Mine is a little stiff because, again, it's been painted, and sometimes when you paint stuff, it doesn't actually work 100% as it used to. But yeah, this is actually the furthest mine actually reaches or bends. So I mean, I'm not too bothered about it, because I mean, I don't really put these in many different like extreme poses, so it's pretty good. Anyway, but let's go down to attaching like weapons and stuff like that. These are the attaching weapon points on the backpack. So, but the little trick is when you take these off, there's some little pieces at the side that actually slide up like so. Put this back down here, and then let's say for instance you want to attach the sword, which I have here. You could then take this little part here and literally just slide it in here, and now we're gonna take the sword and attach it to the mobile suit like so, and look at this. Literally, it holds the sword perfectly without any problems and stuff like that. So you can literally hang it upside down and it holds the weapon pretty well. Same thing for the other side. They also have the little attachments. You just raise these notches up and you could attach the mace or the 300mm smoothbore rifle. So, okay, so let's take a look at more of the weapons that this kit comes with. Okay, so the Barbatos comes with 3 main weapons. We have here, this here is the sword that it comes with. We also have the mace, which is actually pretty cool. The mace is not the actual like design of the mace that was in the series. This one actually has pretty much really kind of neat gimmick, whereby they have these little mini weapons that from the series, well, it wasn't in the series, but it's actually like a decent concept that they did with it. They turn into these little mini swords come out, so it's kind of cool in a way. But what I mean is not canon to the anime, any kind of thing like that. They just slot back into the mace here, like so, and everything fits really tight. Okay, so there's also a pile driver, as seen in the third episode. This here comes out like, yeah, mine's just a little stiff because of the paint, but this here is the pile driver tip, and it was seen in the first episode, well, not the first episode, but I believe the second or third episode of IBO, where you used it on the grays. So that's also a nice cool feature that they added. So it's pretty decent. It's like one of the best looking weapons that actually the kit comes with. Finally, we have the 300mm bore gun. This here is his signature long range weapon, which is pretty good. It folds up, I mean, this is the compact folded up or storage mode, but when you want to display them with it, you slide it here forward because there's a little clip here, and then what you then do, then spin this around and then push it in. So this is what it looks like in its unpacked form. It's pretty nice. Most of these parts are actually color accurate, straight out of the box, so you don't really have to worry about painting if you don't want to paint this kit. There's also this little hinge right here, which is basically for putting it onto the backpack, which is right here. So, and this also comes into play when being used on the backpack, for when you're actually mounting it to be used as a weapon. So it's pretty decent. Also, there's one sticker that you need to put on here for the scope. So I mean, other than that, some people paint them, some people don't, but like I said, it's up to you. You always have a choice when you know, building these kits. But I mean, it's pretty decent, let's say, and it's actually like, you know, the kind of weapon that you would want to see, like that comes with like a kit, or you know, like a figure or something like that. So like I said, I'm very impressed with how it looks. It's very detailed. Like I said, everything's come molded in the correct colors, so there's very little painting to actually do. If you don't want to paint, believe me, you don't have to, because like I said, everything is color accurate with this. Okay, so when it comes to display options, we get 3 pairs of hands. Okay, so these are the first set. We get some relaxed, partially open hands, which are pretty cool. They're nice and spiky, not like the non-grade kit. We also get these weapon holding hands, which are also kind of cool. They have these like grooves in it to hold the weapon. And we also have these just plain closed fist, which, I mean, I don't think much people probably use these, but like I said, it's always good to probably have them, if just in case you want to probably just display it in just, I guess if you want to put it as in my case, I have an MS cage, which I bought especially for this kit, so you can just have it like in a stored position, kind of. But what I mean, I doubt I'll be using these much. Okay, to also add, Gundam kits usually come with this little connector piece. This is for this is what you call the action-based connector. So you could actually connect the mobile suit to a action base, like this one right here. So what you have to do is you have to probably put it underneath the mobile suit. There's a little slot like with this one, and you just slide it in like so. This here is actually a pretty good connection. This is actually one of the best connections I've seen so far with like kits wise. But then you'll be able to put it up on this base, and you can put it in like mostly any sort of pose that you probably want to put it in. So like for instance, I have it up here on this base here. So again, you could put it in different poses and get your kit looking the way you want it when you want to display it. Okay, so what I want to do is do a little comparison to the non-grade. So this one here on this side, this is the non-grade 1/100 scale, and as you can see, they're basically like chalk and cheese. Like literally, you know, when you buy a master grade is fully detailed. There's a whole bunch of gimmicks and everything. Not to say this is a bad kit, but for instance, you get a lot of sharper angles on this one here. This one here is a little bit, as you can see, the V-fin isn't all that compared to the new version. I mean, like for instance, this here was supposed to be a sticker and stuff like that, but and like also here is also a sticker, whereas on this kit here is actually a molded clear piece, which is actually pretty cool. Even the eyes are molded clear piece on this one compared to this one here. So even though this one here also has a molded molded piece for the eyes, it's not clear though. That's the only thing. Shoulder joints on this, I mean, it's good. Same kind of mobility. I would say it probably even has more articulation than the master grade. But when it comes to displayability and everything like that, definitely I would go with this guy here. Roughly they're around the same price, but like again, would you rather this one here or would you rather this one? I mean, non-grade, master grade. Master grade beats non-grade any day. So definitely I would say it's your preference at the end of the day, but for my preference, master grade every day. Okay guys, this is the end of the video. I mean, I'm sorry it's not totally in depth, but you guys get the idea of this kit. This kit is totally amazing. It's one of the best kits for 2019. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And guys, continue to be safe out there. Take care.